the quiet, peaceful town of Maybrook, a strange and inexplicable event occurs. 17 children from the same class one night simply get out of their beds and run off in an unknown direction. The search for the children yields no results, and the police are at a dead end. The one boy from the class who didn't disappear insists he knows nothing about this bizarre flash mob, and the missing kid's teacher, Miss Justine Gandy, says the same. Nevertheless, the parents demand answers, and some of them keep digging even when all hope seems lost. Many young and ambitious screenwriters love to play with the form of their projects, deliberately refusing to follow classic dramaturgical structure. A few of them succeed, but it's not recommended to take these rare victories as a rule to avoid the survivor bias. You can only play with structure if you've perfectly studied its rules and understand exactly what you're doing and why. Not just trying to surprise and be original, but ensuring your chaos is perfectly organized and under strict control. Screenwriter and director Zach Cregger is one of those who has managed to do it. He's been in the film industry for a while, but he only caught his big break 3 years ago with the contained horror film Barbarian, which stunned genre-savvy audiences not only with its clever genre work, but also with its non-standard structure, elegantly subverting expectations and deftly shifting our focus from one character to another. The film recouped its $5 million budget 10 times over, and elevated Cregger to the status of a promising talent with a vision, the kind you don't need to produce but can simply trust. Weapons has shown, first and foremost, that Barbarian was no fluke, and that Zach Cregger knows exactly what he's doing. He took a relatively simple but interesting and effective horror story and added an extra dimension to it by splitting the exposition into chapters, each one centering on a new character. We only piece the entire mosaic of events together when their storylines converge, but even then, we won't be sure who the real hero of this story is and who is merely a pawn in the hands of fate. The Weapons script is interesting not only from a structural standpoint, but also because its intrigue works on a metaphorical level. The film can be seen as a metaphor for zombifying propaganda and the fight against it. You can find arguments both for and against the right to bear arms. Cregger doesn't preach, he contemplates. Like any true art, Weapons can be interpreted in different ways, or not interpreted at all, and simply enjoyed as a pure horror film, with its unpredictable plot and vivid characters who feel more broken, nervous, and alive than ever. Technically, it was already hard to find any fault with Barbarian, but with Weapons, Cregger has reached a new height, teaming up with cinematographer Larkin Seipel, who previously shot Everything Everywhere All at Once, Wolves, and the Netflix series Beef. Seipel knows how to conduct the ordinary, to extract a kind of pastoral beauty from it or add sinister undertones. This gift of his really helps Cregger build a tense atmosphere that, importantly, has not a hint of pretentious art houseness. This is 100% an audience-friendly mainstream cinema, unlike, for example, the thematically similar but obviously overpraised Longlegs by Oz Perkins. This is a film that will remain not only in the memory of cinephiles, but in the history of the genre.